we're going to have a look at the low-level interface to blockchains. That's the RPC calls, or the remote procedure. It's a way to access the blockchain from like any programming language, and that's also pretty useful when you want to make something in a device that has not so much power. And that's also the interface that all other interfaces are built upon. So the first one we're going to do, get the client version. That's one of the simplest interface calls. You can see here we're using one called curl. So curl is just doing an RPC call like HTTP request, and it's doing it towards localhost with port number 7547. So that's one of the RPC, the Ganache. Then you see some parameters, so that it's JSON format, and it's sending some data on it here. Here the result of that, and the line here above, you see it in a slightly more readable format. So it's going to send JSON RPC version 2. That's the version of the format. Method that we're going to do is Web3 client version. No other parameters. And you also have to supply an ID. So then we get a result back. Same ID that you get back. Same JSON RPC version and the result. The results, that's a string, so that shows which version of blockchain we're using. So that's the first one that we can do. The second, what we are going to do is retrieve accounts. So we see the body again with the JSON RPC, the method eat accounts, no further parameters, ID of 1. And here we're doing the curl, same localhost port again. Now we see back here in the result the 10 strings. You might recognize those strings. Of course, we wanted exactly these addresses that you see over here. The addresses that are available within the node and that you can use within your program. Third, we're going to show sending a transaction. More complicated. You might have noticed here on the left, but again, you see the block going up. Now we have block 7, block 8, block 9. Each transaction is, of course, recorded in a block, and you get more blocks. So here we're going to see over here the method. So the method is each send transaction. Now we have some parameters shown up here. So we have a parameter from, that's from this address, and a parameter to, that happens to be the same address, just simple. And the value that's going to be sent. The value of 9, that's sent. Here you see the transaction really being sent, and then as a result you see this, and that's actually the transaction ID. So if you're going to look here at blockchain itself, the transaction ID over here, the transaction hash, 375 blah blah blah. See, that's exactly the same one as one over here. See the from address to address, same over here, and the value that has been sent, the value of 9, same value that. Or there are a lot more commands, of course, but this is, yeah, pretty straightforward and